The market reaction to the European Union's plans to ban coal imports from Russia turned out to be rather weird. Following the news release, oil prices immediately tumbled to $105 from $110 per barrel. Watch our video review on InstaForex TV channel to find out about the reasons for such a response and the prospects for further dynamics of oil, gold and the ruble exchange rate in our next video. Today, the market has already rebounded slightly, but this does not change things. After all, Europe is already experiencing massive difficulties due to surging inflation and the sharp rise in fuel prices. If the authorities bring this plan to fruition, the region could face even greater problems. Electricity prices will inevitably increase since Europe has nothing to replace Russian coal. On the one hand, the situation is not dire as the winter heating season in Europe has come to an end. On the other hand, what will happen in the autumn? The European Union might repeat the experience of last year, but only on a large scale. Despite this, energy prices solid. Apparently, this is due to speculative moves. However, the effect is likely to be short-term. Later on, prices for energy, including oil, are expected to advance. From a technical point of view, Brent crude oil futures bounced off the level of $110 per barrel, losing about 4.5%. Despite this decline, market sentiment is still bullish. If the price consolidates above 112.50, a new rally is likely to begin. Otherwise, the market may start trading sideways between the levels of 102.50 and 110. Meanwhile, gold has not just fallen to the lower boundary of the range, but is even trying to break out of it. For almost 3 weeks, the yellow metal has moved steadily within the channel limited by the levels of $1,920 and $1,940 per troy ounce. Now it's trading slightly below. However, this does not mean that stagnation is over and the gold will now lose value. Apparently, this scenario of late March is being repeated. Last time, gold jumped above $1,950 per troy ounce, but then quickly returned to the $1,920 mark. The same thing could happen now. Global uncertainty is growing, which in turn increases investor confusion. This appears to be cause for stagnation in the market. Therefore, after a slight decline, gold will most likely return to the level of $1,940 per troy ounce. At the same time, a possible ban of Russian coal imports had no impact on the ruble. Its exchange rate remained stable, and the Russian currency is still trading around 83.50 rubles per dollar. The quote is standing still within the price range of 82.50 and 85.50, and in this case it would be a wise decision to wait for the price to get out of the range, as it's impossible to trade within the established channel. The stability of the Russian currency raises more and more questions. A decree demanding payment for natural gas in rubles has already been issued, and this matter has been priced in by the market. Therefore, it can no longer provide support to the ruble. Europe's threat to halt imports of Russian energy is an extremely negative factor. At the same time, the Bank of Russia cannot fully carry out foreign exchange interventions with a view to stabilizing the market, and this means that this is about excessive speculation. Given that all factors point to the currency weakness, and these speculative moves may well lead to a steep and sudden slide in the Russian ruble. The only question is when exactly this will happen. And that's all for now. We continue to learn developments on financial markets. Subscribe to our channel and follow news with us. See you!